Democrats are walking a fine line as they try to keep their caucus unified ahead of a showdown on repealing and replacing Obamacare. The Senate is expected to start up an hours-long marathon session, known as a vote-a-rama, as soon as Thursday, giving both parties a chance to try to force the other side of the aisle to take politically tough votes. The freewheeling floor drama could give Republicans a shot at putting the spotlight on Democrats. As GOP senators have been beset by months of outside ads and waves of angry constituents, Democrats have been largely unified despite having 10 senators up for re-election in states won by President Trump. Leadership and liberal senators have voiced concerns about supporting GOP amendments that would move the bill toward the middle and potentially help Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Dems don't want to help GOP improve repeal bill. Bipartisan group of governors call on GOP to reject skinny repeal. Dems get CBO scores on what they think skinny bill will look like. More archive. Pick up key moderates he will ultimately need if he wants to get a healthcare bill through the Senate. Pressed about the potential tightrope, Sen. Chris Murphy. Dems don't want to help GOP improve repeal bill. Tough road ahead for McConnell on Obamacare. Senator Trump sicky Boy Scout speech left my stomach in knots. More Decon predicted that Democrats would take it one amendment at a time, but wouldn't he want to inadvertently help a bill that nixes large swaths of the Affordable Care Act clear the upper chamber? I'm not interested in doing anything to help this bill pass. We always have the opportunity to offer side-by-sides. We'll have a lot of amendments. I'm sure they'll have a lot of amendments, he said. Senate Minority Whip Dick Durbine. Dems don't want to help GOP improve repeal bill. Nugent Trump administration examining online sales tax issue. Senate Dem were trying to block a recess appointment to replace Sessions. More Deal added that Democratic leadership could offer competing amendments to try to keep the focus on the concerns about how the GOP legislation was crafted behind closed doors and with no public committee hearings. We're giving our members, when such amendments are offered, we're going to give them a clear choice, side-by-side amendments that address the same issue but commit the bill to hearings, he said. Pressed if that meant Democrats would vote against a potential GOP amendment that would bolster Medicaid, a policy they would normally support, Durbin, the number 2 Senate Democrat, pivoted back to their push to have the bill go through the committee process. Ultimately, we believe it should be a committee process and all of these elements should be included. Let's wait and see, he said. Democrats could face the possibility of having to vote against additional Medicaid funding. Sen. John McCain. Canada responds to transgender ban. All are welcome to join Canadian forces. Dems don't want to help GOP improve repeal bill. GOP Senator Trump transgender ban deserves more than a Twitter conversation. More Arizona, who returned to the Senate on Tuesday after being diagnosed with brain cancer, has filed 3 amendments to the House-passed healthcare bill, which is being used as a vehicle for any Senate action. One of those proposals would extend the increased federal match for states' Medicaid expansion through 2029. Another would increase the growth rate for Medicaid over the current Senate proposal, which is expected to cut and dramatically reshape the program.